Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright, so I'm gonna make a video on this lecture since last week we don't have the opportunity to have class. Okay, I mean like quite busy last week, so I'm so sorry for the inconveniences caused. Okay, so but for uh, chapter 1, for unit 1, okay, so I want you to watch this lecture, okay, and then carry out the assessment or the assignment that I'm gonna assign to you at the end of this lesson. Okay, but before we move on to the lecture, let me first introduce you. Introduce myself. Okay, so my name is Puan Jauhara Tudini binti Hanafi. You can call me a bit normally my students call me Madam Jauhar. Okay, so I'm the head of department of pengajian and I'm gonna teach you English subject this semester. Okay, so that's a little bit about myself. Alright, so for this subject, English subject, you're gonna learn about the very basic communication skills. Okay, so for semester 1 you have 3 chapters, which is number 1 is about greeting and meeting people. Okay, number 2 is about tools and safety at your workplace. Okay, and chapter 3 is about machines. Okay, how you handle machines, include the safety. Okay, so as for today, we are going to look at chapter number 1 through this video, because I don't have because yeah, last week we don't have class, but I've already have this class with another class, SBN1A, with me. Okay, so they have already work on the assignment, so I hope that you can use this 1 week to also do the assignment speaking task 1. Okay, which I'm going to assign to you at the end of this lecture. Alright, so without further ado, let us start. Okay, so basically unit number 1 is about greeting and meeting people. Okay, so we name this chapter as knowing me, knowing you. Okay, so in basic communication, of course, okay, communication occurs between at least 2 people, you and your friend, or you and other people. Okay, at least 2 person, and then with the conversations. Okay, so that's communication basically. Okay, you can also have communication uh, non-verbally. Okay, when we talk, when we use languages. Okay, when we use our voice, talking, speaking with certain language and expressions, that is called verbal communication. But when you use sign, eye contact, body language, and so on, that is non-verbal communication. You can also communicate non-verbally, like when you give sign to your friends, like, okay, that is actually non-verbally. But when you say something, oh, can you go over there and take me the toilet paper, let's say. Okay, so I'm using language, right? So that is verbally. Okay, so for today we are going to look at a simple a common and basic expression, language expressions that you can use to create communication between maybe new person that you met. Okay, so let's look at knowing me, knowing you. Okay, so where's my notes? All right, so basically when we first met a new person, okay, or anyone, okay, in our life, all right, so we start with greetings, right? Okay, so let's see what are the useful expressions that you can use firstly to greet people, and if the people that you are meeting with is the new person in your life that you just knew it, you basically, of course, have to introduce yourself, like what I just did just now. Okay, so what are the useful expressions that you can use when you meet people? Okay, basically new people in your daily life, or yeah. So we start with saying or greetings like hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, excuse me, how do you do? And if you want to introduce yourself, you can say, may I introduce yourself? And you can, of course, okay, uh, introduce yourself. My name is, I am. You can also introduce yourself if you're a student, so which program you are. Okay, if you have I mean, you meet a new people at your workplace, you can introduce yourself as in your position. Okay, let's say I'm a technician, I'm a teacher. Okay, and then basically when we introduce ourselves to someone else, of course there will be response like hi, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you too. Okay, hi, my name is Jauha. How do you do? Oh, I'm great. How do you do? Okay, or delighted to meet you, and so on. Of course, there will be response. Okay, then another expressions that we can use um, when we want to initiate a conversation, okay, is this. Maybe you can, start asking question. All right, a basic question. When you meet other people, you ask basic questions like, where do you live? What um what are you, what do you do? Okay, what program are you in? What is your hobby? How many siblings do you have? So you can introduce yourself by I mean, you can ask questions so that that new person will provide more information about herself or himself. Okay, so that is where the communication starts. All right, so let's say when you ask where do you live, so you should be respond by, I live in Pahang, I live in Kelantan, I live in United States, and so on. Okay, what are you, what do you do means you ask that person's position, or who is he, or who is he in, maybe, since it depends on the situation. So in that situation, so maybe if you ask that particular person at his workplace, okay, meaning that you ask the position or what he is work for. So the response could be, I'm a draftman, I'm a technician, like that. Okay, okay, right. So there are so many more expressions that you can use when you are okay. No, sorry, I'm gonna skip the exercise because I since you are given 4 weeks, to cover, to learn about this theory. I'm gonna move really quick. Okay, really quick, so that we can cover our lecture on this lah in within 4 weeks. Okay, so let's look at when some useful expressions when you meet new friends, okay, and you wanna introduce yourself and also introduce others. What you can do is, of course, firstly, in that conversation it must have a certain component lah. Firstly, introduce yourself, then you introduce others. Okay, so, and then of course got respond. And if you are leaving that conversation, please don't just leave, but say something as a closing. Okay, so let's say you are introducing yourself, so the expressions that you can use is, how do you do? My name is Hashim, Mr. Or you can say, hello Lina, hello Lina, I'm Susie, I'm the owner of this workshop. Hi, my name is Siti. Okay, so how do people respond to this kind of introduction? It's like, you can see, okay, for the first one, how do you do? My name is Hashim. So when you are introducing other people that is with you, you can say, hi Mr. Jamal, may I introduce my boss? Or hi Jamal, let me introduce you to my cousin. Let's say like that. Okay, or Aina, I'd like you to meet Nabil, our salesman. This is more on in your workplace, right? Okay, or Puan Aida, meet Jamil, my cousin. Okay, Jamil, this is my teacher. Like that. Okay, so when you are introducing the second person, okay, to the third person. Okay, so basically, if you know the third person, you can also introduce the third person to the second person. Let's say, like this, the last example. My name is Siti. Okay, so you are talking to Puan Aida, your teacher, right? So you are introducing Jamil to your teacher. So what you can do is, you can say, Puan Aida, meet Jamil, my cousin. Jamil, this is my teacher, Puan Aida. Okay, so if you know that third person and you want to introduce your cousin to that third person, which is your teacher, you must also, okay, play your roles to introduce your teacher to the second person. Okay, so where is it? Okay, yeah. So these are the other language expressions that you can use to, get information. Way to ask. Okay, if you are talking and you do not understand what other people are saying, you can say, sorry, pardon me, what was that? I didn't get that. I beg your pardon. Okay. Oh, by the way, okay, don't worry, these notes that I'm sharing with you, I've already uploaded it in your Microsoft Teams. You can check in class materials. So this is exactly uh, the notes that I have already uploaded. So you can always come and refer to these notes. Okay, in your Microsoft Team, go to the class material. Okay, when you open the Microsoft Teams, okay, when you go to the channel for our class, you can see that on top of the screen, you can see the files, assignment. So you select the file, and then you select the class materials, and there you can find the same module. Okay, this is in your module, so you can always refer to it. Okay, so you can also see so many other languages or expressions that you can say, you can use when, let's say, you wanna say thank you, or maybe you wanna apologize. Instead of just saying sorry, you can say, pardon me, that's my fault, I'm sorry, it was my entire fault, please don't be mad at me. Okay, or please accept our sincerest apology. Okay, so uh, those are the languages or expressions that you can use when you want to apologize. Okay, when you want to greet someone, you can also say hi or hello. That is more informal, but when you are in a formal situation, it is advisable for you to greet someone with, since we are Muslim, you can say assalamu alaikum, or maybe you can say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Basically, we don't say good night, because good night is we use it. Okay, we use good night when you want to go to bed, or it's saying goodbye, okay, at night lah, of course. If you meet someone at 9 p.m. at night, you also greet with good evening. If you meet at 10 p.m. at night, also good evening. Then when you want to go, okay, parting, or okay, instead of saying okay lah, let's see you next time, bye, you can say okay, see you next time, goodbye. Okay, good night, sorry. Okay, so when you're saying goodbye, so these are the language expressions that you can use. And when you compliment other people, memuji, you can also use these kind of expressions. Okay, instead of saying, oh, you look beautiful today, oh, you look so handsome today, so you can say so many other expressions. Okay, you look nice, you look amazing, I like your shirt, where did you get it, oh, the color looks great on you, and etc. Okay, now these are among the uh, wait okay, these are among the expressions that you can use when you're meeting people. Okay, but I want to show you something about different situation in our conversation lah. Okay, sometimes we encounter formal situation, and sometimes it's informal situation. If it's in informal situations, meaning that your conversation is between someone that you have already know, like your friend, your family. Okay, but formal situation is more the conversation that took place at the workplace, with your teacher, with your principal. Okay, someone that has position, or maybe that you respect more. Okay, Okay, so basically we use formal language in a situation that are serious, okay, or that involve people that we don't know well. Okay, informal language is more commonly used in situations that are more relaxed and involve people that we know. Okay, like our friends, our family, our siblings. Okay, so informal language is more common when we speak. Okay, however, there are times where writing can be very informal. For example, when writing postcard, letters to a friend, emails or text messages. Okay, there are also example where spoken English can be very formal. For example, in a speech or lecture, most users of English are neutral. Okay, so basically when we talk in English, basically we don't, sometimes we can distinguish whether it's formal or informal, because English sometimes sounds neutral. Okay, so formal language and informal language are associated with particular choices of grammar and also vocabulary. Okay, so yes, let's say if you greet someone like I just explained earlier. Okay, instead of using hi, hello, what's up, okay, you can say good morning, sir. Assalamualaikum, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Like that. That is more formal, right? Okay. All right. Okay, so these are all the the British question word. I will have a new lecture. Okay, by the way, you can refer these notes, okay, of course, in your teams. I also today in this video I also want you to watch, okay, one video that I've already prepared, which is this one. Wait, let me show you. Okay, let me just make it bigger. Okay, so let's watch this video. Yeah, let me minimize this one first and play this one.
Well, hey there, I'm Emma from English. Today I'm going to teach you to introduce yourself effectively. And there are 3 reasons why this is such an important skill to learn. Of course, we've got to introduce ourselves all the time, right? In lots of different contexts. So, spending the time getting your introduction right is going to help you, and it's going to benefit you over and over and over again. And when you meet someone new, you will likely feel a little nervous. It's totally normal, right? But if you can get off to a good start, then it's going to help you to feel more confident going into the rest of the conversation. So nailing that first introduction is so important. And of course, if you can introduce yourself clearly and confidently, you'll make a great first impression with people that you meet. This is going to help you to build great relationships, to make friends, and be liked, which really, deep down, is what we all really want. Ideally, you're watching this video with your notebook handy so that you can take some notes as we go. You can listen to me talk about introducing yourself as much as you like, but if you don't start playing with the language and the ideas that I'm sharing today to make it useful and relevant for yourself, what's the point? So if you've shown up today and you're ready to participate in this lesson, let me know in the comments. I'm really excited to get started. And of course, if you can think of a friend or a colleague who needs to work on this skill too, share this lesson with them, make sure you subscribe, and let's get into it.
Okay, so actually I won't let you watch this using this video, but I already uploaded this video in your Teams. Okay, so I want you, when you're free, I want you to watch my friend here. Okay, and then because she explains it more interestingly. Okay, so I want you to listen to this video, all right, so that it can help you in doing your assignments. Okay, guys, wait, let me just minimize this first. Okay, because I'm not going to let you see the. Okay, I'm so sorry because basically I'm using my green screen, but since I just moved to Perak, so all my stuff are still in the boxes. So I cannot find where did I keep or store my green screen. Okay, by the way, uh, this topic about greeting and meeting people, you will be evaluated based on your speaking test 1. Okay, yes, it's very simple. I've already assigned the instructions and everything in your Microsoft Teams. You can see in the conversation in the general section, okay, where I already assign you and give you the instruction what to do with the speaking test 1. Okay, so basically you will have to choose your members, your group members. Okay, you are required to work in a group of 3. Okay, you can choose your friends. Okay, and then you must do a role play. Okay, and your role play, of course, this is speaking test. Okay, so as you plan, okay, what to do, your assignment will be on greeting and meeting people. Okay, so you must choose a situation. For example, I give you a situation: your first day at school, at IKM, or maybe your first day at work. Okay, imagine yourself that you are first day at your workplace. Okay, so you are meeting a new person. Okay, so introduce yourself. Okay, and you are working in 3, kan? Okay, so another 2 will be the your colleague at your workplace. So there will be one of you who are new. Okay, and then you will introduce yourself, and the other 2, instead you must also introduce yourself and the second person, okay, must introduce the third person to the first person just now. Okay, so it must have everything, the element that I have taught you earlier. Okay, you greet, introduce yourself, you must introduce others, and then start the conversation lah. Ask maybe where is he or she from. Okay, and so on. Okay, so when you listen to my lecture and you also listen to the video just now, inshallah you can do a very good job. Okay, so the instruction is in your Teams. Okay, in the section of general. Okay, and I give you 1 week to do this assignment, and when you're done with the video, you upload it back in the Microsoft Teams. Okay, in our channel. Okay, I think I've already created an instruction where you can save it. Okay, you can also save in the student notebook, but for now, if you don't know how to use it, you just upload in the file. Okay, read the instruction that I've already given you in the Teams. Alright, so I hope that you understand. If you don't understand, you can always post your question in a WhatsApp group, okay, that your class representative created. Okay, and ask me questions. Okay, so it's very simple. Your task is actually you have to choose 3. You have to work in group of 3. Okay, and you have to imagine that maybe you are a new student. Okay, you just registered at IKM Lumut, or you are a new employee at your new workplace. Okay, so you are meeting new person, you want to introduce yourself, and your new colleague at the workplace also introduce himself or herself, and then introduce the other colleague to you. Okay, and then the conversation goes. Okay, and then lastly, of course, it must have closing lah. Okay, so I think that's all. Okay, I don't want to make you consume a lot of data with this video, so you can save it first, this video, okay, in your SharePoint, and then you can watch later without using data. So I'm gonna see you this Tuesday. Okay, so Assalamualaikum.